All right, so I think Jenny is joining or not. But okay. Well, welcome, Ashley. My name is Noemi. I'm the team manager of QVA and the personal assistant of Chase and Bressman. So nice to finally see you here. And congratulations. Welcome aboard. Thank you for choosing QVA to be part of your business. So this afternoon or this evening, your time, we will be doing a group interview. So it's a round robin interview. We have Bria, Bernard, Yang, Jenny, and Sheila that you can ask questions today. But before we get started, Ashley, is it okay if you introduce a bit of yourself and your business background, please, so we would know more about you?
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, my name is Ashleigh. Hello. I currently live in Newcastle, which is 2 hours north of Sydney in Australia. And so I have traveled a little bit. My husband is in the defence services here in Australia, so I move around quite a lot. I love to travel. I love to get outdoors and have a lot of fun. And so because of all of that, I love being away from the computer. And so in my business life, I try and be away from the computer as much as possible, which is, of course, why I'm wanting you guys. So in terms of the business itself, I run and own Mental Mastery. So it's essentially a life coaching program for men. So I work with men who are really successful in one area of their life and kind of to the detriment of all other areas. Often that means they're very successful in business, they're kind of CEOs or that sort of vibe, but then they've got bad relationships, maybe they've lost contact with their kids if they have them, or family. They don't really have any, many friends, they don't have much social life. And so that's kind of the people that I tend to work with. Some of them do have trauma and I guess a bit of more psychology intensive issues, I suppose. But mostly it's just about their life is really unbalanced. And so that's where I come in, and I use, I've got a psychology background, so I use many years experience in that field to really help them understand kind of where they're out of whack, and then bring it all together so they can have a bit more balance and a bit more success, which is, I guess, what we all want in life, really. So outside of that, I've got a beautiful 8-month-old baby boy. And so a lot of the work that I do is in the evenings. And I don't have a super open calendar because of that. My boy is pretty much from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's all him. And so I can be online, little bits and pieces here and there in between. But by the time it gets to 6 o'clock at night, I'm a bit tired. But yeah, we can go through a bit more of that later on, and organize, I guess, a time that works for both of us, all of us, to really, work through that. But I guess that's pretty much me. I also have a second business, which at the moment I'm not looking for too much help for, but maybe in the future I will. And that's called Melodic Seedlings, and it's a music class session for babies and toddlers. So most of that is just basic social media posting, and then of course I facilitate the classes, but that's really small, and the business itself is only 2 hours a week at the moment. So but who knows where that will go in the future. So
well, thank you so much. Thank you, Ashley. I love the energy. I can feel the excitement in here. Okay. Well, thank you so much. So let's go ahead and start the questions rolling. So we have Yang, Jenny, Bernard, Ria, and Sheila that you can ask questions. So feel free to just mention their names, say your question, and they will answer in take turns. Okay, I'll just turn off my video. All right.
Yeah, not a problem. So can I just double check? I'm going to ask one question and one person will answer, and I'll ask a second question and then a second person will answer. Is that right? We normally do it?
The first question, and everyone can answer in take turns.
Perfect. I like that one much better.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Okay, thank you so much, Nimi. So we'll start with Yang first, but my question is essentially, what do you consider your core skills when it comes to being a VA?
Actually, first of all, good morning. Good evening. Yes, in business world, they say we should greet each other good morning because it sends out positive vibes. So yes, good morning, Ashleigh.
Good morning.
So yes, it's actually my first time as a VA.
Mhm.
Yes, but I do manage my personal social media,
Mhm.
which is Facebook, Instagram, and I do a little bit about a little bit Twitter.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes, and for my skills, uh, I have basic accounting skills. I don't
Mhm.
know if that's
That's okay. Yeah.
useful. Yes, and I also do online research.
Mhm.
I know Google Docs. I know how to navigate to Google Docs and data entry.
Mhm.
And also I do appointment settings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And I also I am a beginner or intermediate in Canva
Beautiful.
and
Thank
also video editor, video
Lovely.
editing. Yes.
Lots of little add-ons there. Love it. Ray, is that how you
Yeah.
say your name? Thank you so much, Shane. So Ray,
Thank you.
you need to unmute yourself. There we go.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
I can tell you by my experience. So, I worked as a virtual assistant for a year and
Yeah.
currently working here in Quantum under a heart-centered entrepreneur coach. I managed various social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. So basically, it's all about social media management, content creation, posting, appointment setting, and lead generation. I also enjoy editing photos in Canva, and I also know how to use Okoya. If you don't know about Okoya, it is a platform to create auto-generate and schedule content picker. It is a content marketing, copywriting, and social media in minutes. I also know how to generate leads because I always did that before. I also know how to make an appointment via Messenger because I always did that back then. Last but not least, I can assist you with your social media profiles.
Excellent. Very concise. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bernard? So just to rehash the question. So what do you consider your core skills? And good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right. Hello, Ashley. Well, first, I just want to introduce myself, Ashley. So my name is Bernard. So yeah, I just want to give you a brief, my experience through my virtual assistant experience and also a customer service representative. So back then, I was a customer representative. And also right now, when I transition as a virtual assistant, so right now I am a social media manager. So what I do is that, lead generation, doing social media or assisting my client in order for them to help their social media platforms. So what I handle is, Facebook, Messenger, TikTok, different platforms, Instagram, so different social media platforms. So, all of my experience, my basic or my core skills is that I always manage myself or I always discipline myself, and I also have the goal that I should manage or I should, exceed to the expectation of my client in order for that, it's a win-win situation with my clients and my, personal growth and, uh, personal and um, career growth. So that's all, Ashley.
Perfect. Thank you. Again, very concise. I love it.
Thank you.
Jenny.
Hi, Ashley. Good afternoon and good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Okay. Based on my work experience, I already working in Quantum for quite some times for like 2 or 3 months already. I also handle with one of the clients in the quantum. She is a high ticket coaches, and most likely I do like a lead generation on her Facebook account on social media. Most probably, I invited people to join on her group, and I do sometimes to upsell the program that she has. And also, after before joining here in Quantum, I am also a virtual assistant in a real estate in Massachusetts. That one is only 4 or 6 months. Yeah, I handle like the transaction coordinator as a virtual assistant. I manage the Zillow, the MLS, and as a transaction coordinator with incomes with the property that they have. And also I work for almost I work as a lawyer assistant here local, and 1 year in a BPO in the contact center. And I live and I studied and I work in Abu Dhabi as a admin and a sales supervisor. If you know the brand of Valentino and a Ted
Oh,
Baker.
yes, yes.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, those the high-end fashion designer brands. I worked there as an admin and a supervisor for almost 8 years.
There you go. Okay, so why, curious, extra question, why did you
Yeah.
leave Valentino?
Because Abu Dhabi, the time that they have like these situations, they do a recession. They do some they remove all the pioneer employment, and then they just paid us, and then they hired a new people. Because for me, basically the rate that I have in Abu Dhabi in abroad, it's a bit high because I know already how to speak in Arabic. That's the thing. So I that's why they remove most of the pioneer working in Valentino.
Isn't it awful when they do that?
Yeah.
But good opportunities.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
You're welcome.
Sheila. So just to recap, what do you consider your core skills for being a VA? And you are muted.
Sorry, what was your question, Ashley?
So for Sheila, what do you consider your core skills as a VA? So just the same question.
Sheila,
Yes.
can you hear
yes,
us?
For Sheila.
I think she can't hear us.
I
She's
don't think
frozen
she
now.
can either. Yeah.
Can you hear us, Sheila? You're muted.
I can see that you're talking, Sheila, every now and then.
Just unmute yourself. I think she's having a problem with her internet connection.
I think so too.
Maybe we just continue with your next question, Ashley.
I think so. I will do that. And then Sheila, we can ask some questions later on. That's fine. Okay, so just really quickly, what tools are your favorite to use? So I've heard mentioned Canva once, but in terms of, I guess, booking tools or video, image editing, those sorts of things, document storage and creation, what are your favorite tools to use? So Yang, again, I'll go the same order.
Yang, your turn.
Hello.
Hi, Sheila.
Okay, let's just remove Sheila, and Yang, you may answer Ashley's question, please.
Yes.
So Yang, what tools do you like to use for your, as my previous comments?
For photo editing, I use Canva and PixArt.
Mhm.
And for video, I use We Video and Video.
Mhm.
Yes. And I think that's it.
Yep. And then so for like general communication, or I guess organizing yourself, some people might just have a notepad, for example. Do you have any key things you
I use Google
Mhm.
Calendar and Calendly.
Mhm.
And for communication, I use Meet, Zoom, Skype, and WhatsApp.
Lovely.
Yes.
So then Ray, same question.
So my favorite tools for editing are Okoya and Canva, and for bookings, tools, Calendly, also Google Calendar, and for Trello board for data management. And for calls, I use Zoom, Skype, and that's all.
Perfect. Excellent. And then we had Bernard.
For editing or for photo editing, what I usually use is Canva and also PixArt. But for arranging my documents, it would be, my Notepad, my Microsoft Excel. So I'm quite literate with that one. So yeah, for calling, it would be always on Zoom, Google Meet, or Discord.
Thanks. And Jenny.
In comes with editing, usually I use Canva, and for a video editing, I use before with Filmora.
Mhm.
It's just that if I'm going to free the Filmora, the watermark will be there, and also the communication. It comes with the Zoom and Google Meet, and in booking also the Calendly. It's the most friendly. It comes with booking,
Mhm.
and I know also it comes with Slacks, Asana, and another one with I forgot the name. We have another one that we are always using. It comes with the communicating with our QVAs and clients, with my previous clients before.
Mhm. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Um, so then I want to know, how do you work best? So for example, do you like lots of direction and really being handheld, or do you want me just to give you the overall task and then give you free reign and you can do it yourself? So Yang, how do you like to work?
The latter part,
Yeah.
I can work under pressure and with very less provision,
Mhm.
as I only need direction, and I can navigate my way. I can do my way.
Okay, so then as a follow-up, if I was to give you a direction and you disagreed with it based on your training, would you be happy to tell me that?
Oh, I would uh I would tell you, I will tell you my ways.
Mhm.
How am I going to do it?
Mhm.
And if you wanted to add some parts, yes, and that would be awesome.
Perfect. Excellent. All right. Thank you.
you.
Ray? You're muted, lovely.
Um,
Okay.
uh, um, you can give me the task, and I will do it under pressure, and I'm very flexible. Yeah, I can work under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And so then again, a follow-up question. If I ask you to do something and you didn't agree with it based on your training, would you happily tell me that?
Yes, I will, but I will give suggestions.
Excellent. Thank you. Bernard?
All right. For me, it will be the latter part, the same thing that they answered. It is because so that I can work freely, I can work with my own pace. But yeah, the same question,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
follow-up question.
Yep.
Yeah, but for that one, I believe in myself that communication is the key. So if I have something that I don't agree with, so it would be, I would say it right away to you so that we can talk about that one, so that we can provide each other's, suggestions, and so that we can clarify everything. So yeah.
Perfect. Lovely. Thank you. And Jenny?
For me, basically, so I have like before my shift start, they are giving me like a SOP or the daily task, and like an hour before, or there will be an ultimatum time that they will say, okay, this time we have to post this one, this time should be submitted, or this one should be done, that this one should be the webinar should be created in this time. So before, like 1 hour or 30 minutes before that one will be done, I have to submit that one to you to be checked. If so, at least if you have some correction, it will be corrected.
And then the same follow-up question. So if I was to ask you to do something and your experience says that was silly, would you happily tell me that?
Yes, of course. I have to inform you that I'm facing a problem with this one. From time to time, I have to keep you updated of what I am doing also.
Yeah, okay, not a problem. Okay, let me just double check. I had a couple more questions. So I guess sort of similar sort of vibe. If you were to receive a task that you didn't know how to do, what would you do? So if I was asking you to work on a platform that you didn't know, or to in general just create a task that you're not quite sure of, not confident with, what would you do? So Yang.
I am an independent worker. So before I ask something from you, I would get all my resources I would gather my resources to know or to learn about that platform. And then if there is something that I do not know, or it's very hard to understand, that's the time that I will ask you.
Okay, not a problem. Thank you. And Ray, same question. Ray?
Sorry.
Yeah, so same question. So if you're not sure of the platform, if I ask you something that you don't know,
I
what
will
would you?
ask questions if I have doubt, and I need to make sure that we have in line with in my understanding. Basically, I will ask question if I do not understand it. Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. Thank you. Bernard?
Yeah, for that question, if I have something that I don't know what to do, or I don't understand about that one, what I would usually do is that I always check first my resources, um, what I can do about that one, my own knowledge, my own understanding. After that one, I try to do that one. After, I'll try to ask you if this is correct or whatnot, so that I can make sure that I can, I can do the task correctly and precisely.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And Jenny?
Okay, as a virtual assistant, we should, basically we're working with the less supervision. So for me, Google is my best friend. I'm going to come up with the resources it comes with the Google or YouTube. If there will be a new CRM or tools that you wanted me to navigate.
Perfect. Okay. All right. And so I think I've just got one more question, and that is, do you have a VPN? And if you don't, are you happy to get one? So you can probably just nod, but Yang?
Yes, I do have a VPN, a Nord VPN.
Sorry?
Nord VPN.
Yes. Perfect. Ray?
Yes, I have NordVPN.
Perfect. Bernard?
Yeah, I have a VPN that was already installed on my laptop.
Lovely. Jenny?
Yes, I do have, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I think that's probably it for me. Let me just double check. Oh, one more. And that is, what is your preferred working hours and times? And then that's the last one, maybe. So Yang?
So yes, I also am a full-time mom. I
Yeah.
preferred 6 p.m. onwards, and that's Philippine time.
Yep, no worries. Ray?
Me too. I 6 p.m. onwards.
No worries. Bernard?
Yeah, for that one, my prefer would be day shift. You know, 10 a.m. onwards, I would be available.
No problem. And Jenny?
For me, I prefer the daytime since I have already a client with in the evening time.
Not a problem. So kind of 9 to
Okay.
5?
Yeah, sure. That
Yeah.
will be fine.
Yep, no worries. All right. That is everything from me. So Numi, over to you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for those wonderful questions, Ashley. And thank you for joining us today, Angels. We call the VAs Angels. So the next step, Ashley, is that are you able to announce now who you wanted to work with, or would you just like to sleep on it?
I'd like to sleep on it. I'm tied between two. Let me
Okay.
sleep with it.
All right. So do you need the recording for you to decide?
No, that's all right. I've written a bunch of notes, but
Okay.
thank you.
Just go ahead and write it on the mastermind group chat, okay, as soon as you decide. And then we will go ahead and schedule our onboarding call once you have decided.
Perfect. Not a problem at all.
Thank you. Have a great one.
All right.
Enjoy
Thank
the
you, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ashley.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ashley.
Goodbye.